And welcome back. Lorraine is with us again. We're talking about making vacation homes accessible to about 25% of the market. That is right now available to those who have beach homes or whatever kind of home, and you rent them out to basically help pay for the property. I mean, I had no idea, Lorraine, that so many people in America could benefit from individuals who just update their property, sometimes just a little bit. Now, you mentioned in the last segment, you want to get the word out. And I hope we can do our little part here, but what do you have in mind? What are you thinking of doing?
Well, you know, that's a good question because I came up with a really crazy idea.
Okay.
I said, all right, how are we going to make this education and awareness known? And I said, let's do a TV show.
I love that.
Thank you. And we're creating a TV show. It's called Becoming Rentable, and it is all about education and awareness in the area of short-term rental properties. So we will be talking to families who have vacationed in an accessible property. We'll be showing our viewers the modifications needed or the construction of short-term rental properties in the continental U.S.
Oh, that is very cool. Now, where's this going to hopefully air?
Well, I don't, that's what the word is. Hello, everybody out there. But right now, so what we've done is we've come up with a sizzle reel. I learned new about a sizzle reel in our script. And then, so we started coming up with this idea, but we needed like validity of what we were thinking and what we thought was what is needed. So we did a national survey. And so we have a survey going on right now where people can tell us, gosh, I need a short-term accessible rental property. I've never looked for one, or yes, I have looked for one, and this is the platform I used. These are my needs. I'm in a wheelchair and I need a roll-in shower, or I'm blind and I need a quiet space. So we are gathering that information so that we have the tools that we need to educate a future host and current host of these short-term rental properties.
So is this show going to be a kind of an HGTV kind of show, the remodeling show?
It is. It's going to focus on renovations and new constructions, all wheelchair accessible short-term rental properties, a 30-minute show for our first season, and then in our second and third season, we'll see if we want to stay with the 30-minute or bump it up to an hour. We'll have our story, so we'll tell a family story. We'll actually do some pull-outs, like let's say Sloan, for example, who you've met, has cerebral palsy. So we will do a pull-out on what is cerebral palsy. Mm-hmm. And then the space that was important for Sloan is the bedroom. So we'll talk about the design of a bedroom and show the construction to the big reveal. And people can see it, and then each episode will have homes in Knoxville, Tennessee, and Raleigh, North Carolina, and Conway, Arkansas. So every episode will feature different homes and different experiences.
That is so exciting. I could see where this could be a huge hit. You've gotten interest on the TV show at this point?
You know, we have gotten great interest.
Really? That's
we've
terrific.
gotten interest from our friends at Easter Seals and Muscular Dystrophy Association.
Yes.
It is United Cerebral Palsy. Groups are saying, Lorraine, yes, what you are doing is so important. It's so important because we have nothing like it. And so fortunately, we are getting just incredible amount of support. Now it's getting the word out.
Terrific.
And that is easy and hard. We're kind of a little unknown. We're becoming rentable. Nobody's heard about us yet. It's a new concept. It's like the sticky note back in the day. What is this thing? I've never heard of it. And so I wouldn't mind being out of business in 10 years when this is a way of life instead of a change of life for a lot of folks. And so right now we hope to capture somebody's interest on Hulu or Netflix, any streaming agency or network that wants to pick us up.
Oh, that is terrific. I think it's a fabulous idea. What kind of response have you gotten from, I saw Sloan. He liked it a lot.
Yes.
But for those you're booked for a year, What kind of response are you getting from your renters?
You know, everybody wants to know. In fact, just yesterday, one of my renters reached out to me and said, do you know of any properties in Michigan? You know, they're looking for other places to go. And, you know, unfortunately, they're not there. We have a team of researchers right now who are going through every property on these different platforms, looking at what's accessible. And we're finding out, unfortunately, that less than 2% of what is online is actually wheelchair accessible. And not even to mention your IDD or visual or hearing. Just from a mobility standpoint, less than 2% of the properties are accessible.
As you make it accessible, there are different needs for different people.
Yes, we all have different needs. Sometimes what we have to do is think about our accessibility and widen our reach, knowing that, you know, Aunt Susie has not been able to come over. She has a walker, has a hard time with steps. If we have this rental property, it's only an hour from her house. She can come over. And so we just don't think sometimes in the vein of accessibility. And so my hope is with our TV show and the work that we're doing is that we will bring that awareness in the forefront and people will start to think about it more. What I tell people all the time is that when you design a house that's accessible to anybody, you can sell it to anybody. Whereas if you have a house with all these steps, you've limited now the pool of people who can buy it. So the same goes true for short-term rental. If you design it for the masses can come to you.
Makes perfect sense. Is there anything you'd like to say? Maybe you have a story that has really touched you personally, of a renter or what have you, that you'd like to share with our viewers who might inspire them to take a look at their rental property.
I have lots of them. Okay, so a favorite story is a family. Mom was in a swimming pool accident and broke her neck.
Oh my.
And this was her first trip out of rehab. She had been in rehab for 6 months and she emotionally wasn't ready to go home. And they came to our place and they had a great time. Mom could totally get around the bathroom, the bedroom, the kitchen. And so then she felt relaxed, like, I can do this. I've got this. I love my beach place for so many reasons, but that's one of them, is to experience these unbelievable, great experiences.
I think you had mentioned the financial upside, but I think the other part, which is far greater, is getting to know these people and seeing what a difference this has made in their life. Well, you know, because it's made a difference in your life.
Absolutely.
What's the best way for folks to find out more?
Well, they can go to becomingrentable.com, and we try to be creative. So becoming, BECOMING, I have to watch out my spelling, but rentable is RENTABLE, because we focus on the able. On what we can do.
For the rest of you out there with all that rental property, what a great opportunity in a number of different ways to get on board with this. And Lorraine, it's good to see you
Thank
again.
you, you too.
Yeah, say hello to the sons.
Oh, I will when I see them.
All right. Now, stay right here. When we come back, the creator of a new app designed to make thriving on the spectrum in any environment more fulfilling.